So with the official news that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is getting a free DLC sent our way, yes, free, containing a new area to explore, new enemies, new challenges, new costumes with our same characters, I can't help but remember some really amazing details from the game, including its ending that we have to talk about that might get some explanation in this DLC or be explored in future titles. The first thing we noticed was the voice actors, notably Ben Starr and them, have been making a lot of the same joke when it comes to what exactly we can expect with this DLC. Obviously, we're looking at this, it is a child's bedroom. You can tell this is probably Verso's bedroom. Verso riding Eskia over here. There's some SK plushies in the background. It's clearly a kid's bedroom with the train set and like candy laying all around, right? But if you go through Ben Starr's Twitter, right, he that day tweeted out 5 million copies sold, only one way to say thank you. One last very small session as Verso. A lot of us thought initially, okay, that could be like a small segment maybe, but they actually keep it going. So Max Sense, shout out to Max Sense. He is the motion capture actor, I believe the French actor for some of the characters, I believe Gustave, as well as the voice of Eskia in the English version, and just all around the go. This guy's just everywhere with this game. As in me, I heard your tears, so I came back just for a tiny swim this time. Tiny swim. Yeah, another small joke. And then this one's not really a small joke, but this is pretty cool. This is actually the voice actress of Clair, Devora Wild. She shared on, I think this is Instagram, that she's sharing the booth with Ben Starr today. Why would she be sharing the booth with Ben Starr that day? I don't know. But you can look at Ben's photo, and obviously he's wearing the same exact outfit. It's like this long sleeve pattern. So I would imagine that these sessions were filmed relatively close to each other. So it looks like at least the new area, or one of the new areas that we will be getting, will be a child's bedroom, Verso's bedroom, and all the characters will somehow be reappearing in this with new dialogue and hopefully more story context added to it, which is pretty exciting. There's plenty of locations in Expedition 33 that we can't access many things in yet. One thing that comes to mind is White Sands. This area pretty much only has a song and Illumina to obtain. The characters mention that that's the mansion that disappeared from Old Lumiere, but we cannot access it. So thinking of different areas in this canvas we'll be able to access, because I mean, sky's the limit when it comes to the way they design this stuff. But one other really cool detail I want to talk about is in regards to the ending. So, spoiler warning here, guys. The family as we know it are in a war. They are the painters, and they are fighting against the writers. As Clair mentions, she's pretty much fighting this battle solo at the moment. The writers somehow took advantage of Alicia and used her to burn their house down, which Verso sacrificed himself to save her, throwing away his life for hers. But what if this isn't exactly the truth? What if Verso actually faked his death to get away from his family? Because it's been mentioned many times that Verso, at his heart, his passion lies really with music and not painting. It's clear his family enforces painting on all of them. We see this even in the black and white moments during the monolith when roaming to go fight the Patris. But a lot of us in the community believe that writing music, is a form of the power of the writers, which could be something that Verso wanted to abandon his family with to live and explore his life as a writer or musician. The Mask Keeper Island specifically states this with his sadness emotion, that he hides his sadness and his pain of not being accepted as a musician to explore his true passion, and instead being forced to pursue his life as a painter. Now, there are little dialogue pieces throughout the game as well that reference that Mael is pretty much into poetry, which is also a form of writing. And we know from Alicia's epilogue that she's not a skilled painter as her family, and is made fun of for not being as good as one by them, with their mother saying her tiny painting is the only one good enough for their family's walls. One of Mael's moves in this game is called Stendhal. Stendhal is the pen name of a famous French writer in history. Yes, a French writer. Also, Stendhal syndrome is a phenomenon that's used to describe a person being emotionally attached to a piece of art, whether that be writing, painting, anything. This was a real condition and still exists today in very small cases, and clearly is what the painters in this story suffer from. Like Alicia and Aline, we both see them having a really tough time letting go of the canvas and being consumed by it. This would mean that Verso and Alicia both share the gift and ability to be able to use two of those powers, that of the painters and variations of writing, from music and poetry. We don't know how exactly the writing power works just yet. I can't imagine it's like a Death Note where you just write something down and it happens. Or even why are these two factions beefing? But if you ask me, I think the writers might be more powerful, or at least larger in numbers with how many forms of writing in art there are. Is it at all possible, though, that Verso could have faked his death with the writers, using Alicia to write up the scenario in which their home fire happened, but things went wrong and Alicia got trapped and Verso had to instead sacrifice himself to save her? Or maybe it's been written that way to throw the DeSandre family off and us as well. This would be beyond fucked up if Alicia basically got burnt for nothing, so I don't exactly believe that, but something definitely is going on that we don't have the full details and context for just yet. We know Clair is hunting down the writers while her family is fighting. I don't expect this DLC to further reveal big story events that instead might just happen in a sequel for this game. But the mystery is very intriguing. Just how exactly do the painter's powers work? Do they need a canvas in order to make their paintings come to life? Or what if the Verso that Alicia saw burning in the fire was not actually Verso, but a painted copy that could exist and be sacrificed in the real world? Come with me, chat. Brace the hopium. Remember last month, or I think it was 2 months ago, Clair Obscur's official page tweeted out that them and Final Fantasy VII Remake, well, basically them and Square Enix did a official collaboration like art event in Paris during the Games Week, and it was basically Nomura doing a FF7 or like his art style rendition of the characters, like looking at Gustav here and Mael in the Aerith, and I guess that would be Zack's outfit because it's technically not Cloud's with the single pauldron, and then the Clair Obscur art director doing the same thing with Aerith and Cloud. I love stuff like this. So my hopium is just like the outfits, for example. I hope that the outfits, FF7 characters, somehow make their way into Expedition 33. I don't think they would do like a full-on world or like a side event type of thing. That's just a little too crazy and would be way too much resources to develop into that. We know that they've been on a tour. They went to Square Enix headquarters and a bunch of other developers to meet up, hang out with them, eat dinner, talk video game shop. But the really cool aspect about this is the art style. So I could totally see Expedition 33 characters get some new wardrobes added in, maybe even some hairstyles. Throw that in the game, roaming around a whole new world with all that stuff on. Yeah, I would love to see that. Obviously, if you're on PC, there are mods that exist right now so that you could put like Tifa's outfit on Lune and stuff, but something official, I would like to see that. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about all this, and I really want to get a discussion started down below. This week is a big week for the Game Awards incoming. I have a good feeling that we're going to get a DLC trailer update for Expedition 33 and in regards to the release date. My money is on the 1-year anniversary of the game, which would be April 2026. This game's a heavy favorite to win Game of the Year this year, with some great competition to go for it. But also on top of that, our Platinum Journey video is releasing this week. I cannot wait for you guys to see this movie we made. It's been a big project of ours to be able to do a Platinum video every month for a new game, and this one is going to be Expedition 33. Up next is going to be Final Fantasy Tactics, which I'm almost done editing already, so expect that to release soon. And after that, you guys voted for Final Fantasy VIII. What are some other platinums that we should aim to tackle later in 2026? I do want to start streaming these runs with you guys, so be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Clair Obscur Expedition 33 content is on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.